Menopause. Menopause is something that was never really talked about in my household. The only things that I had ever heard when it comes to women and menopause are three things. Hot flashes, they go crazy, and they dry up. That's it. You get a certain age and that's what happens. I'm 40 years old. In the last year or so, I've been experiencing some things here and there. 7 months ago, I had a full colon resection surgery, took a foot of my colon. That surgery has just shoved me right full into this perimenopause. But I did go get a lot of blood work done, and I am at that perimenopause level. My primary care doctor, she's amazing. She referred me to the OB. She said that when it comes to these kinds of things, that they are more knowledgeable and more helpful when it comes to, drumroll, HRT, hormone replacement therapy. I wasn't opposed to it because I'm just like, okay, like it's something. Let me rewind it real quick. When I had my colon resection surgery, for 2 months, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't lift more than 8 pounds. And when I tell you, like, I was tired, your girl was very, very tired. The last 2.5 months, my fatigue is unreal. My joint pain, my ears itch, my skin is getting itchy. I've had a couple hot flashes during the day, but my night sweats, horrendous. Prior to my surgery, I get up in the morning. I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning so I can get to my class at 5 a.m. Triumph Studios, life-changing. When I started at Triumph, I was 221 pounds, and right before my surgery, I was 164 pounds. That's what I was prior to surgery. Now, mind you, numbers on a scale don't mean much to me, and I knew that it was going to take a little bit of time to bounce back. But I was consistent 5-6 days at Triumph every morning. Like that was my routine. And that was a great way to start my day. I started my day with a win. I started my day with a workout first and foremost, but also having some of the most motivational people just hyping me up, reminding me that I just showed up for myself. I'm doing this for me and I'm committed to me. That feels good, especially the older you get. I am having so many issues. Like I'm getting up, I'm going to 3 classes a week, sometimes 4. I am with a nutrition coach just because, again, like having a foot of your colon removed, like you think you're going to digest things a bit differently. Inflammation that I hold in my hands and pretty much all of my joints, especially on my left side, is crazy. I'm so stiff and I ache. Prior to my surgery, when I would get up, go to the gym, I was it. I was up for the day. I had got my rest, everything. Now I can't get enough rest. When I come home from working out, I go to sleep for an hour or 2. That's not like me. And then when I wake up feeling exhausted. Not like, oh, I didn't sleep that great. I mean, I feel fucking exhausted. Like I said, I have been working with a nutritionist, Coach Caitlin, you the best, and I have been tracking my food and doing all of these things, and I've been going to my classes, getting my steps in, because I just want to be healthier. Again, the number on a scale doesn't mean much to me, but it's just how I feel. I know that we all get older, but for me, it's that feeling old that I'm only 40. And this last month and a half, 2 months, I've been very consistent with doing all of my things and hitting my goals. And I did another in-body scan just to see my muscle mass and everything. And my weight went up 4 pounds. And also my body fat went up a little bit of percentage. And it is discouraging because I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. But again, going back, menopause, perimenopause, like that is an effect. That's what it does to you. And HRT. I go to my doctor tomorrow. I'm actually meeting this doctor for the first time, and I'm hoping I can just go in and say, hey, give me what I need. And I understand that it's not like it cures everything for everybody. Like sometimes you got to adjust things, but luckily I got all of my blood work done, all of it. So they can look and see my levels and hopefully give me some kind of patch, prescription, really anything. I don't want to get a shot, you know what I mean? But I also I'd do a shot every single day if I could stop feeling like this. And also with the brain fog, that has been really bad. And like the other day I sat right here on the couch and I was like, okay, I'm going to get this done and I want to run here and I need to do this. I just kept thinking about it, but the reality is I was so tired sitting here. I'm thinking about these things and my eyes are on fire. My body is aching. I have like the heating pad on like my lower back area because I'm just sore. And then freezing, like heating pad and all. Like I will, like my hands, my feet, I'm just always freaking cold until it's time for bed. Then it's night sweats. But I'm thinking that I want to do all of those things, and I do none of the things that I was thinking of. And yes, I'm sure some of you are like, ADHD, yeah, late in life, diagnosed like a year and a half ago, maybe I got diagnosed with that, and I'm on Ritalin for that. And it does work. I don't want to say that it doesn't work, but it's working differently since after my surgery. I just think my body is absorbing it differently, but then now throwing a little hormone change, a little imbalance, and everything's just out of whack. I don't like feeling like this. I'm a pretty put together person. I am glad I'm getting all of these things checked out medically. Like, come on, medical anxiety. Like, I'm 40 years old. My mom died at 36 from brain cancer. That's scary, and it's genetic, but the only way that I can figure out if I have that chromosome is through a spinal tap after all these years. That's still the only way you can figure it out is by tapping my spine. No thanks. Anyways, really hoping that I am able to get put on something. I just want to feel like myself again, because I swear it's just been one thing after another. Life. Emily and I were talking about this the other day. It's always something. This is just the next chapter. Like, this is just another, bump in the road. Why? It's always something. And then you look around, like, when it comes to just like, I don't know, the fucking world, and it's on fire. Everything's bad. Nothing's good. So then going through this as a woman and just feeling this kind of transit, my friend Jessica described it perfectly. It's like a wet blanket. I'm cold, but it's heavy. Everything is very heavy, and it's really hard to explain that. It's really hard to put into words, because it's like, yeah, heavy, but like, no, I don't think you understand how heavy. And I'm an active person, so I am really struggling with this, not just physically, mentally, because after I'm thinking, I want to do this, and then hours pass and I don't do it because of how I'm feeling, then I turn around and I beat myself up. I call myself all kinds of bitches and lazy and everything up in here, even though I understand that, like, I physically couldn't get up and do those things. What the fuck? Also, back to the inside of my ears itching, that was never mentioned my entire life. I didn't know what was going on with my ears. I'm just like, God, menopause. That's a symptom. Like, please, in the comments, let me know other crazy symptoms that, like, again, I heard hot flashes and you go crazy and you dry up. That was it. I can even deal with some of the brain fog if I could just get that motivation back. Just this week, I started focusing more on anti-inflammatory foods just to help with inflammation. I want to do whatever I can on my end to help my joints and help, how much inflammation my body holds and how it's distributed throughout my body, because it really sucks. My hands, I have so much going on right now. But again, I'm glad that I'm getting it all checked out. And for all of you, I think it's very important that you get these things checked out as well. The inflammation, it is an indicator when it comes to blood tests for autoimmune issues, autoimmune disease. So she was thinking like lupus or the rheumatoid. In a month, I have an appointment with the rheumatoid doctor to get these fingers and everything checked out and just see what it is that I can do. I think that's what it is I'm constantly like, hey, what can I do for you? How can I help you? I am a helper. That's just who I am. That's who I've always been ever since I was a child. I always got the whole, like, you're so grown for your age. I had to be. Thanks for noticing. So when it comes to me needing to take care of myself, I'm always on the back burner. Not because I don't care or love about myself. I put everyone else first. And it's a blessing and it's a curse, because I love people. And that's just, I want them to know that they are loved. But man, neglecting myself, and now it's like I feel like I have all of these things going on, and to focus on me and commit to me, I don't know. I'm really struggling with that. And I don't know if perhaps like the fatigue has something to do with it. I don't know. Again, this is my first time going through this. I know you only go through it once, but still, this is... What do you all go through? What are some things? Like, do you have any suggestions? Like, I'm really up for anything. I'm really up for anything. Also, I know right now this is just going to be on like social media. It's going to be here on my YouTube. It's going to be on my Insta, TikTok, all of that. What streaming services would you all want to listen to the podcast on? Again, this is just me. I need to start somewhere. If I don't start somewhere, I'm never going to do it. So again, I'm here in my living room talking with all of you. I think so much why I want to do a podcast is because I'm really sick and tired of censorship, which I know it's still going to happen. But again, I'm going I'm going to play by their own rule, play by their rules, okay? But I want to do good things. I want people to think. People don't do it anymore. And it is the most frustrating thing ever. Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers, has always and forever will be my idol. This is actually where I came up with a name for this podcast, because you have the Won't You Be My Neighbor? But now that I'm an adult, something I find myself looking around and thinking all the time is, why the fuck don't you think? Use your head, think for yourself. And that's how I came up with Won't You Think With Me? A podcast where you need to take your emotions out of things and put on a thinking cap. Listen to people that are different from you. There's so much more that I want to get to. I just start word vomiting and I'll just keep talking and it'll branch off into other things. Again, ADHD, just my mind's going. Because I truly am excited to be doing this. I love talking with all of you. I love getting feedback. And I'm an open book. Listen, I'm going through perimenopause right now. And talking about things like that, it used to always be such a ooh, don't talk about that. Fuck that. I'm 40 years old and I don't even know what's going on with me. And that's another issue for another episode talking about women's health care. It was just in 2023 where they finally started testing tampons, tampons for women on their periods, testing it with actual blood. There I go again, just trailing off. Stick around. There's a lot to talk about, and all of us can relate to one another in some way. So please follow, subscribe, do all of the things, and then we can meet back here and I can ask all of you, won't you think with me? Okay, I feel like that's okay for a first episode, right? I'm figuring it all out. It's my first time. I think we're good. Love you, bye.